We gon' shine together. Ooh, ooh, we gon' shine together.
Hi, my name is Angelica Harris, and this is Cool, Calm, and Connected, episode 3. Now, the title of this episode is called Opin Created You. It's going to be an interview with my good friend Opin, who is a local artist. He is just an original, like when you see his art, you know, like that's Opin. So let's go ahead and bring Opin into this interview. Hello, how you doing today?
I cannot complain. What's good with you, all right?
I am amazing. Thank you so much for coming to the show. So let's start it on off. What's your name? Where are you from? Tell the people more about you.
Oh yeah, my name is Opin. I'm from Miami, Florida, 305, bottom of the map, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm a really dope artist, man, that love people. I'll just say that.
Awesome. I think that's one way that we connected. We were just kind of like out on the street. I saw you with your paintings and I'm like, what? Let me see that. And you was like, oh yeah. And I was like, that's dope. Like I've never seen anything that looked like that. And he was like, oh yeah, well my art show's coming up. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to support the people. So I was glad that random interaction on Little 5 Points led to this right here. And I just wanted to, I've never asked you this question, but what inspires you to go by Opin, which is O-P-I-N, by the way? Like, what inspired that name?
I didn't want to put it as O-P-E-N, like the regular Opin. I wanted to stand out a little bit and confuse people a little bit because people always mess it up. But That's always dope because it always starts a conversation. But Opin, because I was just like, people need to be more open-minded, have an open heart, and just grow. You know what I'm saying? It's all about growth, but just being open enough to want to even grow. Because a lot of people are stuck in one mindset, right, to the point where they don't even go no further than where they always go, than where they at. You know what I'm saying? They can always be stuck in one spot because they're not open enough to even get nowhere. So it's just like, that's where it is. That's where all this stem from right there.
That's real. All right. So like I said, it's just a different type of art, like an original art that you do. And I want to know, how long have you been drawing the figures that you draw?
It's been like 3 years I've been doing it. I've been an artist for 11 years, but it took me years of working to develop to where I'm at right now with the faces. Because at first it was just line. When I first started painting, I didn't even know how to use a paintbrush. I was just splattering paint, trying to create trees with splatter paint, literally.
Wow.
But it took like 3 years ago, I started 4 years ago, I started doing lines, doing a whole bunch of lines, and to the point where just one day I added a face into it. I was like, that's kind of hard, man. Let me see if I can keep, you know what I'm saying? So I just had that went, came back with some more faces, and that thing started looking harder. I was like, let me add some colors to the thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And
that's what it took. 3 years. Out of the 11 years I've been painting, I've been doing this for 3 years, man. It took all that practice, man, because I'm self-taught,
Okay. And so like, there's different styles of art. So what would your art be considered?
Oh no, I'm abstract. That's crazy, super abstract. I wish I can be more of a realism artist. Well, I ain't gonna say I wish I could. I'm going to be more of it because I'm practicing it now, but I'm abstract. This is abstract art right here.
Okay, really dope. All right, and so when I first met you, you were going on and on about these community projects, and I think that's where we really clicked and connected because I'm all about the community as well. So can you tell us a little bit more about the community? The community projects that you do. Tell us more about that.
Oh, no. Got you. The community art projects, that actually started off with just me wanting to promote my art show. The art show that you came to, it was me promoting my art show. But then once I came into the park and I started seeing how happy it made people and how it was just bringing people together and people that had never met each other, you know what I'm saying? Complete strangers coming together and they networking, they talking, having a good time together. I was like, this got to continue because this is like damn near like the middle of COVID or close to, I ain't gonna say it's over, but like, where it was just less strict, So just like people were really starting to come back outside and I was just seeing like, yo, this is dope for the community. So I was like, I gotta keep this going because it's just like, everybody need to get back used to being outside and being used to being around people because everybody was like, people just like, yo, you have germs. I don't want to be around you. But when I see how happy it made people to come outside and paint, but at the same time, it made them stop worrying so much about what the crazy stuff in the world, I was like, y'all got to keep this going. So it's just like, that was the purpose. No, honestly, like, I want something to aim to the youth, But that right there was just something I had to aim for everybody, because everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to be outside enjoying stuff. So that's what it is. That's where it came from. It straight literally came from just promoting my art show. And I was like, yo, this is dope. And it made me happy. Yeah.
So if you haven't already, you need to follow Opin on Instagram so you can know when these art projects are actually happening. Where are they normally located?
Piedmont Park, you know, the Park restaurant right there off of Monroe, right there. The Park restaurant, I'm always in that big field under them trees. You'll see me. I got a colorful umbrella out there, and I'm the only one with big old canvas on the ground. You'll see me. And I'm hard to miss. You will definitely see me, man. Definitely.
All right. And so with these projects, you buy all the supplies yourself, or are they donated? How does that work?
I buy all my supplies. Donations are cool, but I'm not even really looking too much for donations. I like to just go out there and do it myself, because it's really just coming from the heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, if someone donate, I'm not going to be against it. I'm not going to say, no, don't do it. But it's not necessary. So you can just come out and enjoy time with me and it just be dope. You know what I'm saying? It's all about everybody coming together, having a good time.
Right. And I'm glad that you use art, which is also a form of therapy, just to kind of connect people after just being so afraid to even just go outside without a mask. Found a different way to connect communities and bridge that gap. And hey, it's okay to paint. It's not gonna, I think that's super duper cool. And I see recently, which I'm so loving this outfit, by the way, because of that hat and that jacket. Let's go on to the next topic. So you started a clothing line recently. So let's tell me more about that.
All right, the clothing line, honestly, what inspired me to do clothes, because it was always an idea to do clothes, but my sister really inspired me to actually make it happen, because I just saw her talent. She can put because for me, it's like, I could put my art on some clothes, but it's not going to ever look as good as this.
Right.
If I had to make this, my sister made it. She made this into a jacket. I just sent her the art. She made it into a jacket. When I see her talent with it, it was just like, oh yeah, I don't have to do nothing. All I gotta do is just be me and create the art and send it to her. She's gonna turn it into something like this. I have more to show you, but I just don't want to walk away from the camera. So just, go on to Instagram. I have my website. I'll let y'all know everything. But man, what inspired the clothes is just really, I wanted to, it made me happy to see how happy it made my sister, in all honesty. Because I see the joy it was bringing her. It's just like, you know what, why not? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it wasn't even nothing about me. It was about her, in all honesty. And it's just like, it's simple. I don't have to do nothing but be myself, create art, which I'm always do. So if that's all it takes, and you're going to be happy all the time, so go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, it was a no-brainer, in all honesty.
All right. You got any advice for people out there who might be considering going into business with their sibling? Like, how has that experience been for you two?
I mean, everybody can't do it, but for me, it's easy for me because it's business, but at the same time, like, we already know our roles. Our roles are so clear. So it's like, if you're going to go in business with somebody, make sure your roles are clear and communication is there. Communication is the biggest thing. I don't care what type of relationship you're in, the communication has to be there. So it's just like, for me, it's a little easy, but it could have been hard if we ain't communicate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're going to be in business with anybody, you got to always communicate and make sure that everyone knows their role. But when it comes to money, that's the biggest part. Everyone knows what their percentage is and everybody knows what's coming in. That's the part that makes the most, because that can always hurt the relationship. When somebody feel like they're not being paid what they're worth, or they're not being treated how they're supposed to be treated, that's when everything will start to fall down. So it's like, that's the main advice. And then it's like, yeah, that's the main advice right there. Everybody got that. Communication is key.
So I wanted to discuss, like, a lot of people, for the most part, they see the results, right? They see the glory and the praise and the congratulations. Let's talk about, like, how hard it is to just be an entrepreneur. Like, what are some things that you have faced since you do art full time, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Man, the biggest thing is understanding sacrifice, because And the whole growing into getting to the point where I'm at, and I'm not even nowhere near where I want to be at, or what's in my mind, but to the point where I'm at right now, it's sacrifice, because I gave away a lot of free art. I did a lot of free murals. I did a lot of free stuff when for a fact I wanted to be paid, but it just was just like something to add to the portfolio so people could know who I am. That's one thing. And patience is one thing too. And understanding who you are, your mind focused on what you're trying to do, because it's going to be times when you're going to want to quit so bad. Because one, the money ain't always going to be there. So when the money not there, your heart got to fully be into it, because your mind going to play tricks on you, boy. Like, what? These bills coming up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, stuff going to come to you, man. It's just like, you can't be letting a lot of stuff get to you like that. And then that's so hard. Like that, just keep your mind into it, keep your heart into it. That's one of the main things. But just being an artist, man, everybody not gonna believe in you. The hardest thing for me was getting over the hump of my family believing in me, because those are the people I felt like needed to believe in me the most, when in fact it was the hardest to get like the closest people to me to believe in what I was doing, because they were just like, for one, they're gonna be the most honest. Strangers gonna be honest with you, but strangers gonna kind of preserve your feelings sometimes. And then it's like, yo, when your family give you the complete honesty, you can't take it wrong, because it's all love. They just don't want to see you fail. You know what I'm saying? If they really care about you, they don't want to see you fail, so they're going to give you the full honest. It might sting, but it's going to be honesty that you need to hear. But at the same time, it's just like, you got to understand they're not fully going to support you. When they come to family, they're not going to fully support you until they really see that you can really make a future out of it. That'd be the main concern out of most people, parents and all that type of stuff. Yeah, some people just don't believe in the vision at all, but it ain't for them to believe in. But a lot of them is more so like worry and concern, because you're an artist. The most common thing you hear of is a starving artist, and they don't want to see you starving. And I had to get that. In my mind, because I'm thinking, man, these niggas hating, man. But that was not the case. It's just like, they really just want to see you in a better place. And that'd be like the main thing. And yeah, you just gotta make sure you always believing in yourself and pushing towards what you want. And the plan is always the thing that matters the most. You have to have a plan, because once you have a plan, you know what to strive for. But without it, you don't know what to strive for. You don't know what you're doing. You're just gonna be going in circles. And I've done that plenty of times. And that's the last thing you want to do. It's good because you get experience, but you don't want to keep making the same mistake.
Absolutely. And so that's why I really feel you when you said like getting your family to believe and support your vision. Fortunately, I just have an amazing mother. Like my mom, like I can call her right now and say, Mama, I'm thinking about being an astronaut. And she gonna say, Angelica, have you studied to take the test? Like, what are the NASA require? Like just that faith and that belief that you can literally do anything. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that person that's gonna be like, so you said you wanted to do this, right? What are we doing? What are we waiting for? Why are we not striving for that? Why are we just saying and talking about our dreams and not pushing to make these things come true and make them real? The biggest advice I got last year was strangers will make you rich. And I've met so many dope strangers that I'm like, listen, I think that narrative of worrying about all the people that's hating on me. Oh, everybody hating on me. There's so many people that are here to love on you, though. There's so many people that are like, oh, I like you. I like what you do. You dope. Like, and you don't even know that.
You gotta find your crowd. That's all it is.
Correct.
Find your crowd. And that's like one of the main things too. Just like when it come to even just business, you got to know who to cater your business to, because you spend all this time catering to the wrong people, you're not gonna make no money. So when you want to make money, you got to know who to cater to, know who your audience is. That's really the main thing. That go with all type of stuff. Your confidence and all that. You got to know, everybody ain't gonna be in your like shoot you up to the stars. Some people gonna bring you down, man. You can't let that mess with your confidence. That's just not your audience. That's all it is to it.
Absolutely. And something else you said that stood out was you got to make sure you have a plan. But sometimes you don't have a plan, but you have a vision, right? And so I can remember last year feeling like I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. But now it's a year later, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm moving with experience and not just me like, I'm trying to figure it out. So at what point did you get to where you was like, all right, no more freebies, I need to get paid? Like what made that shift happen for you?
Shoot. For me, it was when actually it happened when someone spent some thousands on my art. I was like, oh yeah, that's it. For one person, that means I am going in the wrong direction. If that means I'm my audience, that's what I was catering to the wrong people. Okay. And it was just like, once I found that and I seen somebody was willing to do that for me, not even for me, but they liked it so much to the point they were just like, yo, I'm gonna pay your price. I don't want no discount, no nothing. This is what it is. That's when I was like, boy, I ain't doing no free. I ain't trying to cut nothing, no price in half, no nothing. Because people are willing to pay it. And the thing is, and this is going back a little bit to the last question. The last question is just like, yo, don't let nobody sit here and tell you they're gonna post your work and that's it. Nah, man, don't go for that. I mean, yeah, you know the people that you can give your art to and they're gonna post it and it's gonna give you something. But a lot of times people will post your art and nothing will ever come from it.
Right.
So it's just like, you gotta make sure that when you're giving something for free, that it has to have a balance. It has to be a balance to it. Don't let nobody get over on you. Getting over on you as an artist is one of the biggest things. People gonna always try to get over on the artist. They like your work. If they really like it, they're gonna pay for it, man. They're gonna really pay for it.
Absolutely.
Because people pay for what they like. They can't go in no store. They can't go in none of these stores. A physical store, you can't go in none of them stores, ask for a discount or walk out of that thing with something free. Ain't happening.
It's not. You're correct.
Ain't happening. So it's just like, once you know and a part of it is just knowing my worth. That helped me notice my worth. Somebody paying for it. So It's like, once you know your worth, man. And you play with these people, because at the same time, they'll come and ask you and try you, but they ain't gonna want nobody to come and try them.
Correct.
They don't want nobody to come and ask for them discounts. So it's like, yo, you can't be playing with me either.
Absolutely.
You gotta have
this talk often, and I say the same thing. It's like a reoccurring talk, so I say the same thing. Do not change your prices. Change your clientele. Change your clientele. Somebody sees the worth that you see in yourself. Somebody sees that and they're willing to pay for that. So don't ever second guess it like, oh, I guess I gotta go down to a discount. People pay attention to that too. Like, people might see something and see it of a high value and you give them a low price and they like, oh, does he or she even believe in this product or service they trying to sell? Because I see this amount of money and you're telling me this. So you have to know your worth and your value and trust in yourself and trust your struggles and trust God and just keep going. When it gets hard, you just got to keep going. You can't stop. Like, you have to keep going. And so what do you think is next for Opin?
For me, I'm looking towards putting more stuff into our art galleries, but at the same time, it's just like, now that I'm like focused on putting art into art galleries, man, I'm noticing that they want too much money from me. I'm the one creating a product, but why they want 50% of my profit? I don't understand that. So right now I'm working on getting my own building, and so that I can just have my own art shows, have my own art gallery, and at the same time I can promote my people. Whoever want to come in there and they need a chance, I'm down for doing it. I don't care. If I believe in you, come in there. You do what you need to do. For some people it's free, depending on what your situation is, but you know what I'm saying? We all got to make our money. So it's just like, some parts you got to pay for it. Some people can get it for free, because it was times where I just didn't have it, but I had the passion to go out and ask a question. I had the passion to go and do it, but nobody ever gave me a chance because I didn't have the money to pay for it. But once I have my building, because that's what I'm working towards. Once I have that, man, and you show me that you're really passionate about what you're doing, come do it. I want you to come do it. I want to see you flourish, man. I want to see you come from wherever you at and go way further. So it's just like, that's what I'm working on. Have my own building in the A. My first spot gonna be in the A. Okay. That's the goal. And the first spot gonna be in the A. After that, I would say Miami, but I'm not gonna go Miami. I'm gonna go from the A. I'm not gonna come home with it until I can get something really dope here. You know, Miami's stupid expensive. So just like, I want to get something real big in Miami, because Miami is like a good spot to have like a lot of stuff going on in one big gigantic building. So, but Atlanta's gonna be the first spot, but that's the goal right now, working on my own spot so that I can produce all my art and help other people produce what they trying to produce. That's the goal right now, definitely.
I think I love it because not only did you identify a problem, which is putting my art in the art gallery, they trying to take a lot of profit, but you came up with your own solution. So I'm looking forward to seeing you open your own art gallery featuring dope artists And I just can't wait for you to get that call, for you to tell me that you need the drip drummers to come and perform, and just know, yes.
You do it. And you gotta come shoot that podcast at my spot. You know what I'm saying?
Do a live.
You gotta come shoot with me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, a live podcast from Opin's Future Art Gallery, and that's what we're gonna do.
You know, it's gonna be called Open Supply. I already got the name in my hand. It's gonna be Open Supply.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little mini art supply store at the same time. So there's gonna be a lot going on, but it's gonna be a sign for the culture. It's gonna be something for everybody to come through it and really build. And that's always the goal. Building and making stuff better for the future.
Right.
Always.
So connections, community, and just building and keeping the money in our communities and working collaboratively. And so definitely. I just want to thank you for coming on the show. How can the people find you and possibly buy your art, buy your clothes? Like, what's your contact information?
Instagram is at Opin Created You. And my website is BRBMXOPIN.com.
Okay.
Spelled it out for you. All you gotta do is type in all them letters. Write it out. That website gonna pop up. That's where you can get all the gear from. This is just a small little thing. We got so much clothes on there, make no sense. They all limited edition. So it's like we making like 25, 30 of each thing. So it's just like you're gonna be almost the only person in your area with these clothes, and they super dope. I get complimented on everything. Everything I wear, I get complimented on. I'm just happy. I'm blessed, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, oh yeah, I'm just getting off subject right now. I'm gonna get back on subject. Opin Created You is my Instagram. BRBMXOpin.com. That's the website to get the clothes. And I'm Opin Created You on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm on all those platforms at Opin Created. I have my art portfolio. I'm gonna be dropping that soon. It's gonna be at opincreations.com. That way you can buy paintings, you can buy or just order. If you want me to come do a mural, you can get me to come do a mural for my Opin Creations website. It's dropping this month, so you'll see that this month, at the end of this month. Also, my bad, I'm getting off subject, but I'm having an event at the end of this month. It's the first real deal like community art project art show. So it's like all the community art project paintings, they're gonna be in this art show, and I want everybody to just come out. It's gonna be cool vendors. I want everybody to come out and have a good time. And
what's the date? What's the date?
Oh, April 24th. That's last Sunday of April.
All right.
I come out. It's gonna be from 12 to 6, just like the community art projects that I do in Piedmont Park. Which is the next one is gonna be this Sunday, Piedmont Park, 12 to 6 p.m. I come out and have a good time.
All right. And as far as you said, the art show on the 24th, where is that gonna be?
That's gonna be in the West End. Actually, y'all go on my Instagram. I'll be dropping the flyer with the address and everything. Opin Created You at Opin Created You on Instagram. That's why I'll be dropping the flyers. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, same name. So that's why I'll be dropping the flyer.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and coming on the show and just telling the people who you are and what all you do and where to find you. This was a great interview, and I'll see you soon for sure.
Dang. Hold on. Before we go, 1 second, if I have some time.
Okay.
Yo, for the people that's watching this, understand that the host, Miss Angelica, she's the dopest, man. Ever since I've known her, she's been the same person. And ever since I've known her, she's been telling me, man, I'm the connect. She's the connect, y'all. I holler at her, man. Whenever y'all need to move forward anywhere, man, she's gonna connect you. She's gonna plug it wherever you need to be plugged in with. Talk to her. I'm telling you, she's the connect for real. There's always love, Angelica. It's always love. You fam, for real.
Most definitely. I appreciate you, brother. All right.
Ain't no pressure, man. Yo.
All right.
All right, love. Peace.
All right. And that concludes episode 3, Opin Created You, which was a great interview with local artist Opin. Until next episode, this is Cool, Calm, and Connected, and I am Angelica Harris. Peace.
We gon' shine together.